Like,
Who's the WNBA GOAT?
it's still nobody cares.
Breonna Stewart.
I say
Easy.
the Lisa
Over
or
over Maya
Candace.
Moore? Like as a
Or maybe
UConn great?
no,
Maya
maybe
Moore. It's
maybe Sue Bird
Oh, are we talking about ever or right now?
right
Uh,
now.
right now, because
Okay.
I want to go
Maya
back to
definitely
Moore
Maya
can
like
go.
Moore.
I
We
want to go
don't know
back to
any
like the
history
Houston
on the
Comets team.
WNBA.
Cheryl Swoops, I think that was her name, right? From like the
Yep.
Houston
Yep.
Comets. They were a good
Yep.
team.
Female Akeem Olajuwon.
What?
I'm giving it to Lisa Leslie.
Yeah.
I say Breonna Stewart.
That's because you
You don't
just
even
heard
know
this
who
man
that
say it.
See, Jeff's the
Nah,
only
I,
smart one in
looked
this.
it up.
She been in the
Jeff's
league
the
for how
only
long? Like
smart
3
one in
years?
here.
Yeah, 3 years and she missed all of last year.
exactly.
She's still
For
ranked
she
number
to
one
go.
though.
All right.
You give it to Lisa
Man.
Leslie, Deanna Taurasi, Sue
Oh,
Bird,
I
I
forgot
like
about her.
Candace too.
I'm
Candace
still
Parker.
giving it to.
Candace Parker. I love Candace Parker.
She ain't better than Maya Moore though.
Bro, I don't know how to.
Hmm.
How about
What?
Sylvia Fowles?
You
Hmm.
say
She
she's
looks
not
like
better than
she
Maya
looks like
Moore?
What's up, Podsters? Welcome back to Pod Ties, episode 10. I am 1/4 of Pod Ties, Dylan, and these are my brothers slash co-host, Jeff, Albert, and the one and only, Kyron.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I just saw y'all yesterday. I don't know why. I guess the days are just zooming, flying by. We have a good one, good episode. It's NBA, it's the off season, but that doesn't mean that there are new stories to talk about. It's a 365 news cycle, so there's always basketball to discuss on and off the court. We'll also talk about football. The Titans and Chiefs played Tuesday night, which is weird. I don't think there's ever been a Tuesday night NFL game, but we're going to discuss that. We'll also get into pick six and Final Fantasy because we can't end the week without discussing who we'll have in our starting lineup, and also who we'll pick for our 3 collegiate and NFL games. So let's get to it.
Let's go.
I did say that we would talk about NBA first. So, race to 18. Out of these two teams, the Lakers and the Celtics, who will win their 18th championship in franchise history?
Well, if this is not obvious, I don't know what is. It's obviously going to be the Lakers. The Lakers are going to win it before the Celtics. They're going to get to 18 simply because they got that man over there, number 23, Bron. King James.
King James, the King.
Facts. I agree with Jeff. Look how they got
Oh,
LeBron
shocker.
photoshopping this picture though. How they got him the same height as Anthony Davis.
I didn't even notice
Serious.
that.
Rondo should be at AD's waistband right now.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
But this is the only race to 18 I'm actually looking forward to. You know, I was racing to 18. I was in high school. Biggest mistake of my life. I wish I was still young. But I'm definitely picking the Lakers. It's an obvious choice, like Jeff said.
Yeah, that's true. I'll pick the Lakers as well. With 35-year-old LeBron, he said he has many years left. That man actually spends like what, millions, billions, gazillion dollars on his body.
$1 million a year on just stuff for his body, his physical fitness stuff.
Right. But yeah, Celtics, I think they're more geared towards like the future, build up in that young talent that they have. So they have a bright future, but just
They're
not
still
right now.
missing a piece too.
Yeah. Back to that photo. You know LeBron James is not going to have anybody taller than he is. You see him on the bench. Like, Phil Jackson had that huge padded
Yeah.
thing underneath his seat or on top of his seat, that's what LeBron James has as well. And I think in that interview that they had with Rachel Nichols, it was him and AD. LeBron was like 2 feet taller than AD when they were both sitting down. So LeBron was like, "It's all about the angles. Make sure you get me to where I'm about the same height as AD." But I disagree with all three of you because
what?
I went back just in case. I don't want y'all to say, "Oh, let's run the tape. Let's run the tape." So I watched the last episode, and I did agree with Albert that the Lakers and the Nets would meet up in the NBA Finals, but I didn't say who would win. So I'm safe there because I picked the Brooklyn Nets to win it all. KD will win a championship, and the finals matchup between him and LeBron James, he'll be a 3-1. Now I'm getting off track here, but we already said that LeBron has a lot he has to deal with next year. He has the Clippers. He has a Nuggets team that has a lot of confidence. The Mavericks, all these young Western Conference teams are going to be even better in 2021. Then the East, they have a beast returning in KD, Kyrie, the Bucks. They're the Bucks. You have the Miami Heat,
which is why the Celtics will not win.
Exactly.
No, okay, they may not win next year, but who will get to that 18 championship first? I look at it. You have LeBron James, 35, Rondo, 34, Caruso, 26. He's young. Kuzma is 25, and Anthony Davis is 27. Now, why do I name them in their age? Because I think that's the top 5 most important players on the roster. But when you look at the Celtics and their top 5 most important players, Jaylen Brown is 23. Gordon Hayward, he's 30. Okay. Marcus Smart, 26. Jason Tatum, their best player, is 22. Kemba Walker is 30. Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward, yeah, they're 30. But those 3 that I named, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Jason Tatum, they have years to create a dynasty. Their window is a lot larger than the Lakers. So I picked the Celtics to win their 18th championship before the Lakers do. Mark my words.
That makes no sense.
They'll be around
Well,
longer,
Dylan,
but they ain't winning first.
Yeah, Dylan, you haven't been right
Exactly.
yet, so it ain't about to start today.
Exactly.
I was right. LSU 2020
Yeah,
college
that don't
football
count, though.
playoff national champions.
That was off the record.
No, it wasn't. It was in that episode. Go back and watch it.
You put it in there.
Go back and watch it on YouTube, or you can stream it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.
Plug.
So is that it? So y'all picked the Lakers, and I'm the only one, as always.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move
LeBron's
on.
gonna win. LeBron's probably gonna win one more with the Lakers before he packs
I'd
it up.
say 2 more.
I
2
don't know
more,
that
and
far.
then he'll go to Cleveland and play one more year because
Probably.
he'll feel bad
He
for
probably will retire
his
in
home
Cleveland.
state. He'll probably come to the Mavericks and join Luka, Giannis, and Porzingis.
And ride their coattails.
He's not getting his jersey retired by the Lakers with just 1 ring. So we all know he's going to win more.
Okay.
So you're saying LeBron wants to retire as a Laker and get his jersey retired there?
Why not?
Out of all the teams he played for?
His favorite player growing up was Magic Johnson.
He'll have his jersey retired by multiple teams. Miami, I think, and of course Cleveland.
He wants that jersey to be retired by the Lakers, hanging up there next to Kobe. He wants a statue outside the Staples Center, just like Shaq has one.
That's not happening.
If he wins a couple more championships, he will. And they're going to put the crown on his head.
Yeah, that's why it's not happening, because he's not winning another championship in a Lakers jersey.
That's tough, because see, like, the thing is, like, a lot of the other players that are, like, considered, like, all-time Laker greats, they were there for quite some time. Shaq was probably, like, the shortest stint, but everybody else, like Magic, Kareem, Kobe, like, they were there for a hot minute. Homegrown, you know what I'm saying?
But
so
if you win championship, it don't matter how long you're there, as long as you bring them championship and increase their revenue and their net worth.
I guess you're right. Yeah, it is Hollywood.
Now,
No, it's gonna be the Acres.
Melo's not in a Lakers jersey. He's in a Denver Nuggets jersey. Oh, this is
Like
a
me,
throwback. This is a
like
throwback.
me.
This is a throwback. Okay. Well, why do I have
Technical
this
difficulties.
graphic, and why is that caption down there? How close were they? Well, Carmelo Anthony recently said that after that 2009 Western Conference Finals appearance, that he believed that they were just one piece away from winning it all.
Yeah.
Would y'all like to listen to a minute or two of that interview?
Do it.
Okay. So we just listened to Carmelo Anthony talk about how he believed that the Nuggets could have won it after that 2009 Western Conference Finals appearance. First, he talked about Allen Iverson being on the team and how AI averaged 27 points and Melo averaged 24. And then NBA is a business. They traded him away. Melo wasn't happy about it. And then he asked, who are we getting in return? Chauncey Billups, NBA champion, proven veteran. And then he's like, okay. And Chauncey averaged about almost 20 points a game when he was with the Nuggets. And Chauncey believed in the team since he was already on a championship team, and the Pistons had been to X amount of Eastern Conference Finals, where he believed that they were actually going to go to the finals, and it didn't happen because they lost to the Lakers, a great Lakers team. But then Melo said that he felt like they were just one piece away from winning it all, making that taking that next step. And then they traded away Chauncey because they wanted to go younger. Chauncey was like 32 years old, and they had just drafted Ty Lawson. So with all that said, do you think that if they kept Chauncey Billups and they added another piece, they already had J.R. Smith and Kenyon Martin, the Birdman, Dante Jones, do you think that they would have won a championship with Melo in Denver?
Absolutely. I used to watch those games literally every chance I could. I've been following Melo his whole career from college to now, and that team was special. We go and look at when they played the Lakers. The Lakers beat them 4-2, but we look at the series prior, the two series prior, they beat. They had the fourth best record in the NBA, tied with the Spurs and Trailblazers in the West, with 54 wins. The Lakers had 65 wins in the West, but they were the second best team. In the first round of the playoffs, Denver beat the CP3 led Hornets 4-1, and the Lakers won 4-1 against Utah. And then the next series, the Nuggets beat the Mavs 4-1 again. So they were, they only lost two games going into the Western Conference Finals, 8-2. And the Lakers, they beat the Rockets 4-3. So you go in the Western Conference Finals, you got the Nuggets and you got the Lakers. And we look at that first game, game one, Melo scored 39 points and Kobe scored 40. But they barely won. The Lakers barely won. They won 105-103. And then we look at the rest of the series. It was, going back and forth for the most part. Next game, the Lakers won. I mean, the Nuggets won 106-103. Melo with 34, Kobe with 32. And then you got game three, Lakers won 103-97. Game four, the Nuggets blew out the Lakers 120-101. Now, looking back at it, it's like we didn't know who was going to win that series, but you looking back at it, this is the same team that won the NBA championship, the Lakers was. So if they blew the Lakers out 120-101, imagine what they could have done to any other team they would have faced in that series. This was a hungry Kobe Bryant. He was reaching for, that next ring, without Kobe. So, I think it was just an unfortunate position for them. Because Denver won two games in this series. But for the most part, I mean, I think Denver gave it their all. They had a great team. You have Melo, Kenyon Martin, like you said, AI. Um, they just had a great team all around. I think they were built to come out of that Western Conference Final, because even then the East was weak then, So they had a great team. They were missing that one piece. They had J.R. Smith, but J.R. Smith was still streaky then. Um, so I think, that one little piece would have secured Melo at least one ring.
I think J.R. Smith was known more as a dunker than a shooter back
Yeah,
then.
back in the day.
He was jumping
Yeah.
out the gym.
Mhm.
But you mentioned AI, but that team with Chauncey Billups was a better team. It seemed like,
Oh, yeah.
compared to when AI was playing with the
But they,
Nuggets.
they both were on the same team at the same time.
Were they really?
Yeah.
I
On the
thought they traded. I thought they traded AI to Detroit for Chauncey.
no, so they traded, but they were on the same team. Look at the roster right now. Chauncey Billups was on their team and AI at the same time. It was just a matter of getting them to play, because actually they ran. Chauncey was at the 1 and then AI was at the 2 at times. So they ran that sort of combo because there was no other point guard that was out there, starting. So they ran that 1 and 2 for them because they had Dante Jones coming off the bench. But yeah,
I would still see them as coming second behind the Lakers. Had Kobe Bean Bryant, they couldn't get over that gap. Now, if Kobe Bean Bryant wasn't there, they would have won that championship that year because
You
they
think
had who they're going against.
they would have
The
beaten the
Magic.
Orlando Magic,
Yeah, most definitely.
the Dwight Howard and that team, Jameer Nelson, Rashid Lewis or Rashad Lewis,
Mm-hmm.
he
JJ
do
Redick,
Turkoglu.
yeah, Hedo
Yeah,
Turkoglu.
they had a good squad too, but I think they had I don't know, like the firepower, the talent to beat
Because they had some dogs on
Nuggets.
that team, that Denver team. They had Birdman, they had Kenya Martin, those
Mm-hmm.
got Nene. Those some dog big mans out there. And all you have to do is really stop those
Right?
those
Yeah.
3-pointer shooters, because Dwight was gonna do what Dwight was gonna do at the time, but those 3-point shooters were really gave them life. Hedo and Rashard
Rashard
Lewis.
Lewis going
Yep.
off. Yeah.
I don't
I
know
don't
if
think
they.
dogs will get the job done.
You said what?
I don't think dogs will get the job done. Miami Heat has some dogs, and look what happened.
There wasn't no Kenya Martin and Nene and Birdman at the time. Birdman went to Heat for a reason. The reason why J.R. Smith actually went to the Cavs, because J.R. Smith was decent. And the reason why Chauncey Billups went to the Knicks.
I don't think that Nuggets team could even beat the Rockets. That team with Ron Artest and Yao Ming.
Oh,
That team, they what they won like 18 games in a row that year, and that was without Tracy McGrady. He had missed a big chunk of that season. I think even the playoffs because he was injured.
That team definitely could beat the Rockets, because even that Nuggets team was actually better the next year, the 2010-2011 season, where the All-Star game was held in Dallas. They were a great team that year, even better than the Western Conference Final the previous year. I think the team was golden.
I don't think that team could have won even past 2009 because how many Western Conference teams actually won the finals besides the Lakers and the Spurs?
And that's what I'm saying. If you're looking at they had the Spurs, they had the Trailblazers, they had the Mavs at the time. These were top teams. These had Tim Duncan. They had
Suns.
the great players on each team, and you can look at that Nuggets team, and they're second in the West at that time. So you're really this wasn't just a fluke. This isn't like the Eastern Conference Finals where you win a couple games and you're at the top. This is the Western Conference Finals where you still got all these great players still playing. So they didn't just win 54 games on accident.
Okay. Well, your Denver Nuggets basketball more than we do.
it's facts.
I got one question for you though, Albert. So Melo says they're just one piece away,
Yeah.
which is easy to say because we have this thing called hindsight. All right. What is this missing piece?
Another score. Because
Okay.
every game, you look at every game on that team, you didn't need a other rebounder. Kenyon Martin was going to get you those rebounds. And they was going to give you those rebounds. Birdman's going to get your rebounds off the bench. Melo was he was the primary scorer. Chauncey Billups was getting older in age. Like they call him Mr. Big Shot, but he wasn't consistent every night as far as like putting up big numbers. There wasn't any like big numbers. At least we needed somebody better off the bench. Because again, like J.R. Smith, he was dunking, but he was still streaky. He's the same J.R. Smith from now and from back then. He's always been streaky. He'll get you those points, but he's always been streaky. You can never count on him. So either you needed somebody off the bench, or you needed that extra scorer that could take that pressure off of Melo, because Melo was putting up like hella points.
Yeah, was he
So
leading
you're trying to
the?
tell me? Go ahead, Dylan.
Was he leading the league in scoring with Denver, or was that with the Knicks? That was with Denver too, right?
Oh, it's just with the Knicks. He was up there. He was like top 3.
So you're trying to tell me that another scorer would have overcame Kobe Bryant and the 01 Lakers. I mean the
because
Lakers.
when you're game planning against those 09 Nuggets, who are you expecting to score? Melo. When you're game planning against the Lakers, who are you expecting to score? Paul, Kobe, Derek Fisher. There's multiple threats, but there's not multiple threats on the Nuggets. There was never multiple threats.
Melo, Chauncey. Before that, he had AI dropping 27 points.
Yeah, but AI
Melo had pieces around him in Denver.
He did.
It may not have been Shaq what D Wade had that one year, or those few years that Shaq was there, and then that 06 team where he had Gary Payton, Antoine Walker, and all those Alonzo Mourning Hall of Famers and pretty good veterans. But he definitely had, I would say, he had better pieces than LeBron did his first time in Cleveland.
And
you look at
that about Mike, because I was going to go that way.
You look at that 07 Cleveland team,
they would have won.
No, he definitely didn't.
Oh, good.
Put LeBron on that team, they would have won.
Jimmy Butler. He's not a free agency this offseason as far as the NBA. He signed a lengthy contract with the Miami Heat, but he is a free agent as far as a shoe deal. He's looking for a new shoe endorsement. He was with the Jordan brand, not Nike, but the Jordan brand. But they parted ways in January. So now he's looking for a new shoe company to partner with. You see 4 brands right here. I know you're probably wondering who's that first one, but that is Way of Wade. He has a new shoe company under Li Ning, a Chinese brand. So that's his brand. He was with Converse, but that's Way of Wade. And then you have Puma, which is growing a lot. They're adding a lot of firepower, star power, New Balance, and Adidas. So let me just show you real quick. Way of Wade, Li Ning. Under his roster is D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell signed with the brand back in November of 2019. He has a new shoe coming out. This is like the Timberwolves colorway. I like the logo, the D, L, and the loading for deloading. Yeah, I like it. It's different. Logo. Yeah, not too bad. I like them. I would rock them. Puma. They have LaMelo Ball now. Kuzma, Jay-Z is overseeing all of Puma, so it's not hard to recruit and attract star power. And Jimmy Butler is friends with Neymar. I know it's soccer, but maybe he could say, hey, come over here and be a part of Puma. There's a lot of money, and the brand is growing, or it's coming back.
Yep.
And he wore a Puma sweater, during the NBA All-Star weekend in Chicago this year. You have New Balance. He could sign with New Balance and be with Kawhi. Kawhi is obviously the face of the brand. That wouldn't change if Jimmy Butler went there. So I don't know if he would go there, but Kawhi doesn't even look happy with those shoes. So maybe not. Maybe don't go
You
there.
look like a doctor.
Oh no.
Then you have Adidas, James Harden. He was one of the. He signed like a 10-year deal with them, and Donovan Mitchell. He has his Spider-Man because he's Spider, and he could sign with them and be a part of that roster. So
Feels like Harden.
after looking at those photos of those 4 different brands, if you were Jimmy Butler, where would you sign?
If I was Jimmy G Buckets, see, Jimmy is the type of person, he's not going to follow where everybody else is going. He's going to do his own thing. So if I were him, I'm either going with Puma or I'm going with leaning with Wade. But I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go with Puma though. Puma is more attractive, well, to me, I play basketball, so I would be more attracted, to Puma. But he does have a friend over there by the name of D Wade that probably can entice him to come on over there. He'll be one of the bigger names, over there. But if he went to Puma, he would be the biggest name. Puma attracts all the young core stars, of their team. So he'll be the biggest name at Puma. So I think he'll go Puma.
Yeah, just to name some of the Puma basketball athletes, you have DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Knox, Michael Porter Jr., Skylar Diggins is on there, Danny Green. You have Rudy Gay, DeMarcus Cousins, Marcus Smart, Kyle Kuzma, RJ Barrett. So yeah, mostly.
I didn't know they was all over there.
Yeah, so mostly, as Kyron said, you have young players who haven't even played 3 years in the league. So he would definitely be the most recognizable name on there, especially after this finals and this playoff run that the Miami Heat had. He's much more of a household name now, so he definitely would thrive over at Puma. Anyone else?
I got the one that's not on the list. It's called Fugit.
What?
Hey,
Fugit.
I told you no cuss words on this podcast. What the heck is that? What is Fugit?
Fugit is a black-owned business. It was started after the guy's cousin was killed over his shoes. So he, made his own shoes in light of, that incident, and they advocate for like change as far as like buying shoes and that, and being part of their community. So I think it would be a great stance for him to go with the black-owned business, because if he signs with D Wade, then he's signed it under D Wade. He's not signed under that parent company. So if he signs with Puma, that would be better for him because he would be signed under Puma instead of a subsidiary company like Jordan's. He'd be signed to the parent company, so he wouldn't have to get a check. If he signed on D Wade, the check would be cut to D Wade, and then D Wade get paid, and then he has to send it to Jimmy Butler. But I think he should go with Fugit. He probably don't know what it is. Hopefully he does. But from this list, he can sign with Puma. I think that would be his best bet.
That was good, thinking outside the box. I didn't know about it either, so thank you for educating me on that company. Fugit. Cool.
I say Puma as well. I mean, if I was in the NBA right now, Puma would be my first option. They have a couple good, maybe potential good players in the future. So I see what they're doing. It's a good idea business wise.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was Jimmy, I'll go ahead and take that crown right now. Run me that bag.
Yep.
Yeah, they're definitely trying the Nike Jordan tactic. We saw it on the Last Dance. They got this player who was good in college out of North Carolina, but no one thought he would be MJ, and they took that gamble and they went after him, and no one knew who Nike was. They were basically a startup company, and you see how that worked out. But so I see what Puma is doing with those young stars. But if I was Jimmy, I would go with Li Ning and Way of Wade. Be with your buddy D Wade, and maybe you get your own shoe division under Li Ning, and you can have your own brand like Steph Curry with
What's
Under
this,
Armour.
long division?
Huh?
So what is this long division? It's gonna be divisions on top of divisions.
Just like another branch of underneath this umbrella of Li Ning, you have Way of Wade and you have Bucket of Jimmy. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like long division. You have a number out here, you got this in here, and then you got to carry the one. And I don't get it.
Yeah,
No.
so we picked it. Everybody got their picks in. All right.
Oh, I don't like the sound
Interesting.
of that. So many like divisions and trees and stuff. Oh man,
Well, how do you think Nike is?
Yeah, every org chart is complicated.
too many checks getting cut.
Well, we'll see.
Exactly. That's
I'm
why
They
sure.
can pay.
Nike earlier with Jordan.
They can
So
deal out
many
that money.
big cuts.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure he's not in any rush after his playoff performance. I'm sure there's companies coming after him. His agent probably didn't have to do anything. He's getting all these offers, probably money thrown at him. So we'll see where he lands. Next, we have a special guest, our first guest in Pod Ties history. This guy has been a friend of mine for a long time now. He actually went to our high school. He's a fellow Wildcat. I brought him on here because he is a fan of the LA Chargers, and they were getting blasted on social media on Twitter. There was one fan who was like, "How did LA Chargers, like, what did they do to deserve this team being so terrible?" And not only that, I also brought him on to explain himself. He has like 50 sports teams that he cheers for, 25 NBA teams, 14 NFL teams, and like whatever the remaining number is, collegiate teams. So I need him to explain it. He's a funny guy. Let me pull up his photo. He's gonna bring a lot of energy to this podcast. I already know based off our pre-production meeting. Welcome, Xavier. Welcome.
What's up, guys?
We should have given you a
Yeah.
gift. We should have given you like a phone, like an updated phone. What? Albert, what did you say he was? What did you say he was recording on?
A BlackBerry.
T-Mobile sidekick.
What did you flip?
Yeah,
Flip it
I
like-
had to go up.
Oh, let me turn my phone sideways and slide my keyboard up.
There you go. That's actually better right there. Go do that. That was actually better. Chirp chirp. Well, yeah, welcome to Pod Ties. How you been?
After all these L's devastating.
Which team specifically? The LA Chargers?
This the Chargers and the Nuggets.
So in this photo, you're at SoFi Stadium, right? When it was still being built?
Yep.
How was it seeing it in person?
I think I peed my pants from happiness. It's amazing seeing a $5.8 billion stadium in person. It's like you hear about $5.8 billion being spent, but you don't know what it actually looks like until you see it in person. So
was 5.7999 for the Rams, and then the 0.0001 for the Chargers. Like, why is the Chargers even there?
Because they just felt like it was dumb having two stadiums in Los Angeles, and they were like 10 minutes away from each other.
They could have played at StubHub Stadium, the one that they were at the previous season. Someone on the Chargers said they already didn't have fans, so being in a pandemic wouldn't affect them.
Next
this is the
question.
first time. This is the first time I've heard you silent.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on. I'm gonna move us out the way real quick. Why do you have so many teams?
I don't have so many teams. Not all of my teams are in Dallas. So then when I say,
you have no teams in Dallas. Where are your teams in Dallas?
None. I don't have any teams in Dallas, bro.
Now, if Oregon and Alabama, their football teams played in the CF, the college football playoffs, or in the actual bowl game, who are you cheering for?
That's a tough one. I've been liking them both of them since like 2003.
Well, you said Alabama 2004 because of the game.
Well, I guess I've been liking both of them since 2004. Then I've been liking both of them for a long time. Like like DeAnthony Thomas, LaMichael James.
Yeah,
those eras.
So who are you choosing?
Everybody.
Whose jersey are you rocking?
You're gonna do a coin toss. All right.
Alabama versus Oregon. I'm gonna have to go with the Roll Tide all day.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure it's because you assumed they would win, right?
Exactly.
Nah, I just have to go with the Roll Tide.
Okay.
So even if you know they're gonna lose, you still pick them.
I would still pick them.
All right, here we go. We got another Jeff on the hand.
Jeff is a smart man. He stick with his team.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I'm talking about a different Jeff.
He sticks with them, but he doesn't choose them to win.
Exactly.
He rocks with the team that he doesn't like. So another question, Duke. That's only basketball, right? Coach K in that program?
Yeah.
So not the football team?
No.
I hope not.
And not Alabama's basketball team? So each college has a specific sport that you cheer for?
Yeah, like it'd be dumb for me to be an Alabama fan and like their basketball team.
Avery Johnson was a head coach. They had a pretty good squad. You weren't rooting for that team?
Man. Call us
Ask me if I care about Avery Johnson again.
That's a Dallas Maverick great. Don't ever disrespect him.
He's the equivalent of Teddy Long from SmackDown.
I thought he was about to say
you're facing the Undertaker, brother.
Player.
I thought he was about to say Teddy Bridgewater. Like, damn. Like when I became a Duke fan, they went like a 4-year span of not winning the national championship. So I have no idea why I even chose to like them in the first place.
Because they're like Alabama football. They're even if they don't win, they're dominant.
Like them.
Duke has some excellent players come through there.
Yeah, even when they didn't win.
Yeah, like the great Kyrie Irving.
They're great.
Whoever said that Kyrie had the best signature shoe, I'm so disappointed in you, bro.
Stop it,
Kyrie.
That file look like a that file look like a damn sketcher.
Who has the best signature shoe?
Yeah, who you got?
Oh, George, easily.
By the way, you were a Pacers fan when we were in high school. What happened?
No, I was a Paul George fan.
So why are you not a Clippers fan if you cheer for all these other LA teams?
Cause, bro, like that's such a bad. There it is. Hey, look at those squads right there.
You just not seeing this?
You just now seeing it?
Yeah. Look at those squads right there. That's a good group of squads.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a Clippers fan. Whenever I found out about Jamal Murray and then that whole like Nuggets organization, I was like, this is squad right here.
Oh, so you just joined this bandwagon, the Nuggets bandwagon.
I've been a Nuggets fan since when Melo came from Syracuse. I was a Nuggets fan.
Let's go.
After Melo won the national championship with Syracuse back in 2004, I became a Nuggets fan whenever Melo, like that was the whole time, like when it was who better, Melo or LeBron? I chose Melo.
It was before 2004.
Huh?
It was, what was that, 02 or 03?
2004, he came in the league 2003.
No. He was on the front cover of NCAA 2004.
Yeah, that was because he left the league. I mean, he went into the league.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was his rookie year, 2004.
What? You can say he was on Syracuse in 2004.
That draft class 2003 was
his freshman year at Syracuse was 2003, 2004. His rookie year in the league was 2004, 2005. He was on the front cover a 2005 NBA Live. Check the stats, bro.
What year did LeBron get drafted?
What was that? What, 06? I don't know what. Hey, bro, LeBron is like what, 55 years old? I can't remember a man being in the league for 30 years.
Melo got drafted the same year LeBron got drafted, and it was 2003.
Oh my God! This man said
I thought
2006, and he's been in the league for 30
I thought
years.
LeBron came in the year after Melo.
No, they all. Melo was drafted number 3. LeBron was first.
Exactly.
Darko Milicic was
Bro.
number 2.
First of
Bro,
all,
LeBron,
if you thought
LeBron been in the league for 30 years now.
What you about to say, Jeff?
I was gonna say if you thought that LeBron was drafted after Melo and you're calling LeBron old, that means Melo's older.
Duh.
Right?
Albert don't know
man.
whether to choose Melo's knees or his ankles.
You already talking about LeBron drafted 2006. That was a whole different group.
Yo, so what year did
By
D
then.
Wade get drafted? Was that his rookie year when they won the finals?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, y'all gonna get off my head.
Yeah, boy, we on your head. All right, so the teams there. 2 more teams, your extra teams, is what you sent me via text. The Bills and the Celtics.
Well, because my prediction for this year's Super Bowl is Bills versus Seahawks.
Oh my!
What? I'm on your head. How? What?
Bills Mafia don't even believe they're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh!
First of all, the Bills just got trashed by
they did
the Titans. So
they got thrashed.
We're gonna talk about that Derrick Henry push off.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All the Bills gonna be in the Super Bowl is
It
dollar
was
bills.
Josh Norman in the conversation.
Let's talk about it. What were your thoughts on the Bills versus Titans game? Tuesday Night Football.
I knew it was
team.
gonna happen. The run defense is terrible. Derrick Henry ate them up like a bowl of trashio.
Oh,
But he didn't though. He had 54 yards, 57 yards.
Yeah, but
he averaged 3 yards per carry.
Didn't he have 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. His longest run was 12 yards.
So what was it? What was it? Passing?
Passing, yeah. Oh, not even that. That was just play action. A lot of the times, and it was short yard throws. He had Ryan Tannehill had 195 passing yards. Ryan Tannehill had 42 rushing yards though, and a rushing touchdown. That's what got you.
That had to be the defensive a defensive game there, right or no?
How is it when the Titans have 42 points?
The Bills defense, but
No, I'm saying like did the Titans get like 3 pick sixes in that game?
Josh Allen had 2 interceptions. So there were a few turnovers. Why did Matt Barkley come into the game? Oh, because they were getting blown out. I didn't know he was still in the NFL.
I didn't know Josh Norman was still in the NFL.
Yeah, he signed with them, but he got injured, and then he missed the first couple games.
Yeah,
he's still there.
He should have missed this game.
Oh man, that man.
He's so bad. He's so bad. He made Wade knees look decent.
You know, Dedrick is not on here. Why do you keep bringing up Wade? I mean, I respect Wade, but I'm not a Wade fan like Dedrick.
Wade.
No, I know his knees just keep coming up in my mind. I don't know why. It's hard for me not to remember them big ice packs, them 12-foot ice packs on his knees on the sideline.
They're like glaciers, like what? What the heck?
Everybody does that though.
Oh, I have an ad playing. I was like, who's playing music? I had an ad playing in my headset. And so that's your thoughts on the Titans Bills game? The fact that
I knew it was gonna happen.
They're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
I still believe they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. It's like, bro, almost it's impossible for a team to just start off hot and just keep it rolling. Like for the 49ers to do that last year was like phenomenal. I mean, you even saw the Chiefs, like they started off good last year and then they had like Phillip Rivers ended up throwing like 4 touchdown passes in the second half and ended up beating them by 3 points. And then they still end up winning the Super Bowl.
Okay.
This is me at Thanksgiving, stiff arming my cousin trying to get to the plates.
This is Alim McNeil from North Carolina State, 320-pound defensive lineman, caught an interception and ran it into the end zone. So this is the picture for this week's pick 6.
Wow,
Now,
Virginia's terrible.
Virginia is terrible. Now, of course, everyone knows out there this isn't our first time. Podsters, you know how this game works. We pick 3 collegiate football games and 3 NFL games. We have a backup collegiate game because just found out that Nick Saban contracted COVID-19. So he won't be able to be on the sidelines for the game against Georgia. And that's a big SEC matchup.
Correction, COVID-19 contracted Nick Saban.
What?
You can consider it a blessing in disguise.
He recruited COVID-19?
Oh, my Jesus.
Yes. You gotta do to win, right?
We'll see if it helps him win. I think not having him on the sideline is going to hurt, as you can tell by my picks. Mississippi State versus Texas A&M. I picked Mississippi State to win it. Mike Leach, his offense, they lead the nation in passing yards, rushing. I think they're last in the nation. So if they can get that air game going, then I think that they'll beat Texas A&M after they just had that upset against Florida. I think that they're going to go in there thinking that it's going to be an easy game. So I think Mississippi State comes out with the win. Notre Dame, this is easy. Louisville, they don't have Lamar Jackson as their quarterback, so Notre Dame wins.
Gone for 2 years.
Fighting Irish. Georgia, I'm picking them number 3 in the nation over Alabama number 2. No roll tide. Georgia will win. Now the NFL. Giants versus Giants versus the Washington football team. I picked the Giants. Andrew Thomas, this is a great matchup. Andrew Thomas, the 4th overall pick versus Chase Young, that edge rusher for Washington, number 2 overall. I think Chase Young will get to Daniel Jones every once in a while, but I think that New York front 7 will get to Kyle Allen even more, and he'll exit the game early, and Alex Smith will have to come back just like the last game. Giants win. Packers versus Buccaneers. Packers win it. Devontae Adams it seems like he has the green light, and Tom Brady, he'll forget that it's 4th down again, and they'll lose the game. It'll be a close one, though, but Packers win. Chiefs versus the Bills. I picked the Chiefs to win after what I just saw in that Bills-Titans game. There's no way the Bills can keep up with that offense. That defense looked terrible, and they had all this hype preseason that they had the best NFL defense. No, not in reality. So those are my picks. Albert, you're next.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Start off with the college teams right here. Mississippi State versus A&M. I got Mississippi State with the win coming out. Texas A&M is not playing that hot right now, so I feel like Mississippi State will take the dub, and I just can't pick the Aggies. I'm a Longhorn fan. I'm biased. We got Notre Dame and Louisville. Obviously, Notre Dame's going to come out with the dub on this one. There's no question about that. Then we got the great game of the week. This is top game college football this week. This is Bama versus Georgia. Even though Nick Saban won't be there, the guys are well conditioned, well trained. They know how to run plays without him, and they're going to take the dub this week for sure. But it's kind of hurting, picking Alabama. Now for NFL, this is a tough matchup right here. 2 trash teams out of the NFC. The Washington football team and the Giants. I think the Giants has a lot more pressure on them because they got Daniel Jones, who they drafted recently, and he has a lot of pressure on him. Being winless this season, I think they got a lot of pressure. I think he's going to live up to the hype this week. They're going to get their first dub. We got Green Bay and the Buccaneers, two great quarterbacks going up against each other. But I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, they've been playing lights out thus far. So, I think they're going to take this game away. And then with the Chiefs and the Bills, another great game. But, the Bills, they're not gonna beat the Chiefs this week. Patty Mahomes is gonna go out and show that he's a Super Bowl champ. Show why they're going back to the Super Bowl this year. So yeah.
Yes, sir. My turn. All right. So we got what? We got first. We got Texas A&M and Mississippi State. I'm going with A&M. I don't trust Mississippi State's ability to hold on to the ball, so I'm gonna go with A&M. We got what? Notre Dame and Louisville. Going with Notre Dame. Notre Dame's gonna knock that out the park. What we got next? We have Georgia versus Alabama. I'm going with Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. And we got the most trash game of the week. Washington football team versus New York Giants. And I think the Giants are going to get that first dub of the season. And we got this is Green Bay and who else? Who they playing?
Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got Aaron Rodgers going out and showing out again. Then we got Kansas City versus the Bills. We just seen what happened to the Bills last week, yesterday, whatever day it was got trashed. So I'm going with Kansas City. They're not going to be able to keep up with them boys, so that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that number one spot this week.
I keep saying the Washington-New York game is trash, but you have to realize Washington is only one game behind the Cowboys. And
New
York is only two games behind.
You're not just going to say that
Cowboys.
The whole division trash. Let's be honest.
No, excluding the Cowboys, they're not trash. But we have to keep track of these division games, especially two division foes. We have to keep track. So that's why I put it on here.
I agree.
Well, thank God for Andy Dalton, right?
Stop it.
He can't.
The Red Rifle
save the day. He's y'all redhead Clint Clark or whatever. Clark Kent.
Clint Clark.
Hey, I mean, next man up. If that's what it is, next man up. You gotta win it for Dak.
He gonna play like what's the name for longest yard?
Which one?
The Hispanic guy that can throw the ball.
Brucey?
He said, how come I'm never quarterback? He said, here, throw me the ball. That's why.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Jeff.
That's funny. All right, let's get to it. So, we got A&M and...
I got you, Jeff.
Wait.
Jeff picked A&M because where they're located is not closer to...
No. I picked the Aggies because I've been to College Station. It's a great town. No, that wouldn't work because then he would say, so since I love College Station, I'll go to Mississippi State.
Right.
But that's not the case for this one.
I love Mississippi State, so I'm going with
I love Mississippi. Yeah, I've been in Mississippi. Great state. I'm going to go with A&M. I'm going to rock with them.
Well, you guys are wrong, okay? I picked A&M for the simple fact that I feel like their offense is better than Mississippi State's defense. I just feel like I really just don't trust Mississippi State ever since Dak left. And also because Albert picked Mississippi State, so I'm going with A&M.
Yeah, not because of me. Not because of me.
Mississippi State
you're always wrong.
Upsets this year.
Yeah, their upsets are going to run out soon. as in this week. Ooh. And also,
Yes, sir.
Dylan picked Mississippi State. At the time, I didn't know that, but now since he picked it, that solidifies my pick. So therefore, you
Bulldogs.
guys are losing.
I'm going with any team named the Bulldogs this week.
All right, and your record solidifies that. Next, we got Notre Dame versus whoever they're playing. It doesn't matter because Notre Dame's gonna go ahead and take that. You know what I'm saying? That's just irrelevant. Then next we got Alabama and Georgia. That's gonna be a pretty exciting game, but I gotta go with the Crimson Tide. You know, they're gonna go ahead and do their thing. Go ahead and knock out Georgia. Moving on over to the NFL. This was a hard choice, man. Two trash teams. I don't know. It's pretty much a coin toss. You can go either way. But I feel like the Washington no-name football team is going to go ahead and take the dub against the trash old New York Giants. I don't believe in the Giants, especially right now. I mean, they average 12 points a game. I mean, they almost beat the Cowboys, but we ain't going to talk about that.
21-3.
Next, we're going over to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, I told y'all before, and I'm going to say it again. That man is a bad man. Oh, my goodness. This man is playing lights out MVP style this year, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to go ahead and take that dub against good old Tom Brady.
We're going to change his name to Jeffrey A. Smith.
For real.
No, Jeffrey.
After that statement I just heard.
Jeffrey A. Smith Sharp, because he also says hot ale.
Hey, I can dig all that. Hey, last game, but not least, we got Kansas City versus the Buffalo Bills. This game has the potential to be interesting, but they got their butts whooped by the Titans, so this game probably going to be a landslide.
Buffalo Boo Boo Bills.
And Xavier, since you're our special guest, we thought since you have so many teams, I was curious to see how you would pick with these 6 games. So we wanted you to participate. So go ahead and give your reasoning for why you chose these teams.
So like back when Dak was in Mississippi State, they always started off hot. They always played that one SEC team that literally killed their entire the rest of their season. So I'm gonna go with A&M. A&M beat the brakes off of Florida. So yeah, I'm gonna go with A&M. A&M's gonna roll into wherever the hell Mississippi State is at, and tap that behind. Louisville versus Notre Dame. I'm picking Louisville.
Yeah, you should pick Notre Dame.
I'm picking Louisville.
You don't want to pick Louisville.
I'm picking Louisville over Notre Dame. Louisville always has that one game of the year where it really matters, and they end up showing up.
Yeah, in basketball.
No, in football. Alabama versus Georgia. That one was actually a hard one, seeing that Nick Saban's not going to be there, and Kirby Smart is going to be present. And Kirby Smart is literally he came from Alabama.
It's from that coaching tree. Mm-hmm.
And he's literally one of the best defensive coaches in all of college football. So that one was kind of a hard one for me, but I still got to go with the Roll Tide on that.
You can't go with Oregon if Alabama loses because Pac-12 hasn't started yet.
All right, bro. New York, the Giants versus the Redskins Washington football team. I went ahead and chose the Giants on that. Even though y'all say that both teams are trash, the Giants have literally stuck in with so many good teams besides the Cowboys. But the Giants have literally stuck in with so many teams, and all their games are super close. Like, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Giants on that. Packers versus Bucks. This one was a hard one for me because I love Tom Brady, Mr. 6-time Super Bowl champ himself, Mr. GOAT himself, aka Mr. Steal Your Hopes and Dreams. So I'm gonna have to go with the Packs because they got Jair Alexander, one of the best corners in the league right now.
Locked down Ridley. Albert knows about that.
Who?
He locked down Ridley. Albert knows about that.
Yeah, Albert, you should know about that. And Devontae Adams. You want to talk about a bad man? Devontae Adams, that is a bad man. Devontae Adams,
Anybody's a bad man with Aaron Rodgers.
No, Devontae Adams can do no wrong. Devontae Adams is personally, in my opinion, in my overall opinion, the best wide receiver in the league right now. What? Devontae Adams? Okay, I'll say number 2. He behind Antonio Brown. Antonio can sit out and still be the best wide receiver in the league.
No. No.
Now I'm just messing with y'all. Best wide receiver. Best wide receiver in the league probably is still OBJ himself.
What?
This man going back to 2014. Dude. Oh my God.
OBJ has like 5
Dylan, you should know about that.
3 years.
No, I don't know about that.
You don't remember this?
Literally, OBJ has like 5 touchdowns.
This man was out for 4 games last season and still had over 1,000 yards receiving.
Who?
Odell, bro.
Yes, but look, he got. I think he got like 2 touchdowns the entire season. What are you talking about?
Hey, but in Odell's defense, it's the situation that he's in.
Yeah, but he wasn't even top 15 with receiving yards. So 1,000 yards doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, tell him, Jeff. Jeff, see, I like Jeff.
He totally disregarded what you just said.
Jeff is a smart man, bro.
No, he's not. You're the only one that thinks that.
No, he wasn't in top 15.
Anyways,
go to your Chiefs Bills prediction.
And Chiefs versus Bills. That one was actually really a hard one as well. I mean, Chiefs are the defending Super Bowl champs, but the Bills. I knew that they were gonna get beat by the Titans. That 4-0 streak wasn't gonna last till 5 wins, even if it was a 3-point loss. But I'm gonna still go.
But it wasn't.
I'm saying if it was.
It wasn't a 3-point loss.
Keyword if.
No worries, we're close.
But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bills. Just the way overall better defense than the Chiefs. Chiefs have been looking way too shaky these first couple of games. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with corn-fed, Wyoming bred Josh Allen.
Did you and Jeff like share notes before this or something?
Me and Jeff
actually does not make any sense.
These like clowns because they don't know what they're talking about. That's why he drinking whiskey.
Look, Jeff's starting to question his own logic after hearing you. he doesn't even agree with you. Well, that was pick 6. Obviously, we'll talk about it next episode. We'll have the updated standings, and we'll also show Xavier his standings as well. I can already tell you 0-6. I won't be in last place anymore. That's why I brought you on.
Bro, why does Drake?
This is Final Fantasy. This is where we talk about. We have a question and we present it to our co-host, and we ask them, should I keep this player in my starting lineup, or should I insert this person off my bench, or should I drop this person completely and add this person from the waiver wire? So you can sit back and listen to us as we present these questions, and you can also give some your 2 cents feedback. My question is for you all. I have Will Lutz. He gave me a lot of points. Kyron, you know about that from our matchup. after I gave you that L.
Oh, bro.
He gave me a lot of points. I needed it because his teammate Michael Thomas decided to punch somebody in practice. But it's
That actually happened.
Yeah, it did happen. That's why
Wow.
he sat out, because he's healthy. He could play. So Will Lutz, it's the New Orleans Saints. It's their bye week, so I need a kicker. Should I grab Jason Sanders? He's ranked number 1 in the kicker position. Should I grab him from the waiver wire? He's a Dolphins kicker. He had
Is the
22
kicker
points
from the
last week.
Colts available?
No, he's not.
The blanket shit.
Yeah,
shit.
he's not number 1 anymore. Jason, whatever his name is Jason Sanders.
He's ranked 1.
Yeah.
So what? Average 12.4 points. That's better than.
I'm thinking about dropping. You'll like this, Xavier. Joshua Kelly. I'm gonna drop him completely, and I think I'm gonna add Jason Sanders as my kicker for this week.
Josh Kelly's still a rookie running back. He's no Derrick Henry. He came from the Pac-12. Don't expect anything phenomenal from him.
Yeah, Justin Jackson, Northwestern
He's
alum.
He's terrible too.
Really? I thought he played pretty well
last year.
So nobody has no, don't grab him, or any other kicker, since he is number 1.
I mean,
I would say,
to be honest,
number 1 is number 1.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Who you trying to pick up again? I'm sorry.
Jason Sanders.
Yeah, I would pick him up because you're playing the Jets, so
the Jets.
He's definitely gonna get a lot of kicker opportunities in.
This man dropped 22 points last game against San Francisco.
As a kicker?
That's because they put up 43.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
And then he dropped 18 against the Seahawks.
Dang. Yeah, you can't pass that one.
I'll pick him up.
Yeah, Dylan, if you haven't picked that man up yet.
Well, I have to wait for tomorrow for it to process completely, to finalize.
Nah, bro, I already took him off your hands, bro.
What you mean? Don't tell me you just claimed him.
He ain't lying, bro.
Oh.
What do you mean? You just made it right now?
Dylan, if you claim people from last week and Jeff didn't, Jeff would get Sanders over you.
All right, we'll see.
No, you can have him, bro.
No, it's a competition. You can, if you get him, you get him. I'll just have to go to my plan B.
I still got Crosby.
And since I'm the owner of this league, I'm just wiping you completely from the league. That's my plan B. Who's next?
Oh man. Well, I'll go next. Well, there is absolutely no doubt that I'm about to get beat like I stole something next week. So unless all his players get COVID, I ain't winning. So there's no reason for me to even say nothing because I'm gonna lose anyway.
So you don't have a hypothetical question again?
Nope. Not this week.
Oh man, that's funny.
You're only 2-3.
I know it's not over.
Even though the West is our league is better than y'all's.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I was gonna tell y'all, if the tight end for the Packers is still available, I would pick him up if I was y'all. He's like number 5 right now.
Like what's his name? Stowberger or something like that?
No. I got him.
Magic.
Oh,
you got him?
Tanyan?
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't have him?
Yeah.
You have to claim him.
I just did.
Jeff about to grab him.
All right. So
put him at his running back.
My pick for this week is to add Ryan Fitzpatrick because Russell Wilson is down. The reason why I picked Ryan Fitzpatrick is because who they're playing this week. They're playing the
Magic,
Jets.
bro.
So I think they're gonna, he's projected to get 19 points. So I'm. What y'all think about that pick?
I wouldn't do it.
It's
I would leave
Magic.
Russell Wilson in.
Wait, did you
Since you
wait?
played me this week,
Wait.
Don't do
You're
it. Don't do it.
asking to bet on Ryan Fitzmagic over the most accurate quarterback in the league?
no, it's his bye
No,
week. It's his bye week.
This
Wilson's
is
got
bye
a
week.
bye
Oh,
week.
He has
oh,
3 Seattle players, and it's their bye week. But he faces me this week, so I need him to lose.
yeah. I would go for that Magic. If
Yeah.
you
Don't
know,
have
Magic.
just make sure that he plays in Florida because he can be near Orlando Magic.
Go home, Roger.
Well, Albert, you don't got nothing to lose, so put that man in the game.
Facts.
Fitzmagic will take you to the promised land.
Magic Kingdom in Orlando.
Yeah. Take you to Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Magical place of them all.
That's in California.
Whatever Disney World. It's all the same.
All right, Jeff, it's your turn, right?
Yeah. So I picked up Chase Claypool off of the waiver.
Mapletron.
Wide receiver for Packers.
Yeah, no,
No, Steelers.
Steelers.
The second best duo in the league.
I never said they were the second best duo, Albert.
The 2 best rookies in the league.
I never said that either. Oh my
You did
god.
say that. You did say that.
Anyways,
Rewind the tape.
so I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up off the. So I was gonna just have him on my bench because obviously he had a good game last week against Philly, dropped like 42 points. You know what I'm saying, 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying, great game. So I was gonna keep him on my bench just to see like, okay, like is he gonna play good this week against Cleveland, or should I put him in my starting lineup, trade him out for like McLaurin or Beckham? Because McLaurin may have a good game because he's playing against the Giants. And then OBJ is playing against Pittsburgh, so he may struggle. Maybe, maybe not. And
Giants DBs
Claypool.
are pretty good.
Steelers got the
Think
best
so?
defense.
So Cleveland, I think they're like ranked number 30th in pass defense. So Claypool definitely probably over McLaurin. And then Odell. I think I said it last episode, or no, maybe I didn't.
But even though they're ranked number 3 in pass defense,
Who is?
you say Cleveland, they're ranked number 3 in pass
30th.
defense.
30th.
30th. 30th.
Oh, I heard 3.
Other end of the
30th.
spectrum, my guy.
Yeah. So I would probably choose them after that great game, and you already say that they're number 2 in the QB wide receiver duo list.
Never said that.
But I'll make you a deal though, because I actually
Best
have
of all time.
I'm not making no deals with you.
my wire claim, my waiver claim. I have add Chase Claypool and drop Malcolm Brown. So I'll get rid of that waiver claim if you can guarantee me you don't go after Jason Sanders.
All
right. You can have him if nobody else claims him. I just deleted it.
Why are you trying to pick up my man Mapletron, man?
Well, he's obviously number 2 with Ben Roethlisberger as the best QB wide receiver duo. You sold it so well. You're a great salesman. You should do that for a living.
Best wide receiver duo is Keenan Allen and Mike Williams.
No, QB wide receiver, like QB and then the wide receiver 1. Who is it?
Best QB wide receiver 1? I'll probably have to say Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Fastest wide receiver in the league. You can't stop him when they get hot.
Well, me, Albert's frozen, so I'll go. Me, Albert, and Kyron. Well,
And Patrick.
I think everybody's frozen. What the heck?
Frozen.
How
Looking like Albert.
all 5 of y'all get frozen?
You got frozen on my screen.
It was me.
It was only you.
Oh crap! All of y'all were frozen. I was the only one moving.
I saw Albert grabbing for his ice packs, but she was stuck.
So Xavier, Albert, Kyron, and me, we all chose Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf as the best QB wide receiver duo right now. And Jeff chose Ben Roethlisberger and Chase Claypool after one game.
No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. You guys are y'all are completely right. I forgot about that duo. That's my favorite. This is my favorite duo right now in the league. Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
Exactly.
DK Metcalf is.
That man is like 6'3", 235 pounds as a wide receiver, running a 4.3.
Not the 43-year-old quarterback. There's like 1-2 years left.
That will end episode 10. Another great one. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, our special guest, for taking time out of your busy night to kick it with us and to raise all of our blood pressure levels to an all-time high with all of your insaneness. Hopefully you
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, hopefully you can rejoin us at some point in the near future. To our Podsters, we appreciate you as well. We need you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pod Ties. Smash the like button. Give us a thumbs up and that notification bell. We need you to destroy it.
Hulk smash you.
We are also on pretty much every streaming platform: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and much more. So you can stream those episodes, listen to the audio version. You get to walk around the house or in your car, at work, listen to our lovely voices. So check that out as well.
So, you guys, I like music, right?
No, you don't like music.
You have bad taste in it, though.
I love music, and I like rock groups, right? So, my question is to you guys. What rock group has 4 men that don't sing?
Boys to Men.
Kiss.
No, Mount Rushmore.
So if I press the leave button, would it just break my phone?
Yeah. You can just leave it. I'm actually going to end meeting for all. Just to take all of us out of our misery.
I think I need to go meditate.
It's wilding on Zoom tonight.
Until then,
keep them ties strong.
And make sure to share, recruit, to have other people join our Podsters Club and to have them join the ties. Peace, Podsters.
Love and hair grease.
Vote.
Roll Tide.
Yes, vote. Don't listen to Xavier. Make your voices heard.